Ma Boyd said that this morning as she arrived on Purple Turtle Beach to relax for the August Monday holiday, a Margaret Labarite called her for a beff. She asked a Margaret Labarite to give a minute to put on her short pants to cover her bikini, because Afe stays on his balcony at the Purple Turtle Beach bar and cockishly vey ladies in their bikini. The helper said just how Lil Willie Tony does vey de vet and bazai. Ma Boyd said to Margaret Labarite told her that last week Tomatay Skerrit went on a relevance-seeking tour of Margaret. But it was results-orientedly hijacked by the brilliance of the deputy chairman of the Margaret Village Council, activist Brian. She said that activist Brian got Tomatay Skerrit and his kindergarten entourage to change direction and visit the family of Gregory Linton in Bull Hole. Gregory, who worked with CARDI, was murdered in June 2023 in St. Vincent. Activist Brian got them to visit Vesey and his amputee mom at their home. The same Vesey who Tomatay Skerrit directed Badwill to politically and illegally fired on October 19, 2014 as a security officer at the Melville Hall Airport. And up to now Vesey has not received justice despite the many promises and attempts of bribery by Badwill and Tomatay Skerrit. The helper said Vesey got so emotional that the lunatic Roosevelt was trembling like a leaf on a breakfruit tree. Ma Boyd said to Margaret Labarite told her that activist Brian even brought Tomatay Skerrit to visit a Margaret Poto Labarite called Soso, and some Margaret Labarites got mad. She said activist Brian got Lipsy Karras her to admit to the Starboy of stupidity that Margaret Credit Union will be paying $40,000 in new license fees and not $8,000. She said that she was in shock when the matriarch of Laba in Margaret, Cousin Lynn, had the highest commendations for the community leadership displayed by activist Brian. The helper said cameraman Ronnie asked Solpuse to roast 2 breadfruits to celebrate. The Margaret Labarite said when you hear those disappointed Laba hags on radio and on Facebook trying to diss activist Brian is because he mashed them up at their own game. While Tomatay Skerrit was looking for photo ops, activist Brian was filling Margaret's cup. She said that activist Brian came out on top. And that is what der racist swine, bottom brain, Sogofli, Darrell Tick, de shining lizard, Maltuave Simon and drunkard Senhant Sonia couldn't stop. The helper said that activist Brian is now in his sign weeding his yams and having the last laugh. Not how Pastor BJ is having the last laugh after Reverend George and Bubbles took his church from him. The chef said she was informed and confirmed that Embarrassador Ian has refused to leave Dominica to take up his post in Cuba. She said that Embarrassador Ian was accepted to leave Dominica on Saturday at 3 p.m. and he didn't show up at the airport, so the PS in Foreign Affairs, Heartlee Barbara, contacted him. But Embarrassador Ian told her in a sober voice that he was not leaving because the staff in Cuba haven't gotten paid for the past 3 months and his salary was not guaranteed. She said that they thought Thick Glasses Matthew was lying. The helper said that it seems like Thick Glasses Matthew plead the 5th to the King Tief before releasing his 5th episode. The chef said that Embarrassador Ian remarked to Heartlee Barbara, with what money? PM knows I have to overnight in Trinidad. She said that Tomatay Skerrit called but Ian doubout him for the first time. The Sober Wumyel told Tomatay Skerrit that he is not going to a broke embassy in Cuba. The Deranged Crime Minister told Embarrassador Ian that money will made available. But Ian didn't fall for that promise. The helper said that Tomatay Skerrit thought Toujour Sue Ian would remain his mooseboy. Just how Flashie Claudie has no Magic Orlando as his mooseboy and a colourful fella from White City as his new girly man. The assistant chef said meanwhile Embarrassador Ian is boasting about his person accomplishments after 21 years in elective politics. She said that de Wumyel took posse from a town to a graveyard. The helper said that Toujour Sue Ian took posse from the city of nightlife to a ghetto of sandflies and Cuban tree frogs at nights. From the economic hub to the begging tub, from a town of many different cuisines to a one-pot mess kitchen. The assistant chef said that Toujour Sue Ian allowed Ross University to be sold to Mr. Mia Motley under his peeweeve stinking nose. He allowed Tomatay Skerrit to commit abortion to the Venezuelan gifted coffee plant, and he said nothing. The Minister of Second Demotion allowed lunatic Roosevelt to give the Chinese the 1-mile agricultural station under his watch. APIE pa fian padat. She said that Toujour Sue Ian is still searching for the right paint color and decor to open the sinking Moroccan Mosquito Hotel. The helper said not how Weave Denise is still searching for the right theme for her cradle-snatching wedding. Ma Boyd said that she wants to know why all of a sudden Judas the speaker likes to go to the opposite of Yellow Dental Clinic. The chef said that she wants to know when shoplifter toddler Lackey is going to attend Ta. The helper said she wants to know why carpetbagger Vince is not getting the type of support that he was expecting from De Laba Cabal.